Looking at Aussie CAD here, so it looks like it's been pushing up a bit. I haven't looked at this in probably a week, maybe a bit more. But yeah, pushing up. It's still below this daily moving average, so it's still technically bearish. But you can see that we've had a pretty good straight up, push all the way up to 8,900 level here. I'll actually mark that out because whole numbers are important. So we'll just put that in here. 89. You can see price tested it, would be yesterday. This was Thursday technically. So touched it and completely sold off. I think the retrace might be done, and I think it was just simply from here. You can see from this section right here, there's never been a pullback, and this was back in July, so mid-July. There's never been a pullback to at least 50%, so I guess there was one. Oh, there was one here, kind of. But you can see it kind of a bit better on the weekly. You can see this weekly segment where this big bearish candle is here, where it starts. There's been nothing since now recently. You can see it's pushed up to the 618 and actually is selling off. So depending on how today closes now, today being Friday and the rest of the week, if it sells off any more, then I'd say we're probably done the retrace and it's going to head lower. And if not, if this candle closes fully at all, then it might be heading higher for another week. Might be testing one of these other segments. It's totally possible, but I do think big reason that it's done is this 4-hour engulfing candle here. So this would have been a New York session, and which technically would be the Canadian session too. But big sell-off here, big engulfing candle right at 89,000 or whatever, right at this this major level. So we'll see. I'd be looking for another pullback, or I guess a pull up, which would be a retrace of basically that big bearish candle, and then the few stragglers here, whatever. But a pullback up to this area, and then looking to sell it after that. But I mean, this has been pretty bullish since mid-October, so you can see higher highs, higher lows. So you would be kind of counter trend trading prices above the 4-hour moving average as well. So it's a little iffy, but like I said, you do have that big engulfing candle right at 89,000 here. So I mean, if price pulls up to right here and starts to reject, then I mean you're probably good to go, and that could be our new lower high, and price could be continuing its normal pattern. So that's only if price pulls up and rejects this area, and then we'll know for sure. I mean, to be from a trading standpoint, to be a little bit more conservative and a little bit safer, I'd probably just simply wait till Monday and just see how Friday, or today I guess, closes. You can see you got this nice pullback rejection candle, so ideally we get something else. Or if price breaks below this low here and holds, I mean, then that'd be really good, because that would mean this weekly candle is pretty much rejecting this entire area up here. So, and would signal that we're probably heading back down. So I think yeah, you can just see there's an area of liquidity support right here. So price came down, came up, came down, it's coming up a little bit. So just a lot of buyers in this area. We're at 86,000. So yeah, it's kind of just what happens. So let's see. As far as ranges, basing a trade, this moves about, it'll be about 300 pips a month. So if 89 is our high for the month, let's just say November 2nd, then we might retest that low, which would be at about 86,000 right here, which is exactly where you can see on the on this monthly time frame, and the weekly as well. You can just see that this is another area. So if it doesn't want to go higher, it's going to sell back down and retest this area again, which is just a major area. So eventually it's going to have to break this area, or it's just going to pop up every time and maybe start testing higher highs up here. But if we throw it on the weekly, you can see, yeah, I guess this chunk here. But these last two weekly segments have touched, pulled up, touched, now pulled up. So yeah, just have to wait and see. I think this is going to continue to sell off. I think we're just getting a bit of a pullback, but you can see heavy rejection at this 89,000. Like I said, big bearish 4-hour engulfing candle here to kind of signal that we might be done this uptrend. And then yeah, like I said, just wait for this little pullback upwards, and then as long as price rejects that 50% 618 area, then probably good to go. And then you know, ideally cross over this 1-hour moving average, and then start using the moving average as resistance to the upside and start shorting this downwards. So that is my take on Audcad. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one.